Welcome back to the show. I'm Ricky Martin's favorite cabana boy, Joe Rodriguez. I just got back from Florida, and that's why we're having a little bit of a late episode here. If you contributed to my GoFundMe to get me out of the Confederacy, or the Confederate state, I thank you. I thank you, my citizens and my listeners. All two of them. I was looking at a map of Florida on the plane, and it's just, you just kind of look at it and you go, that state is disintegrating, right? Like the edges are just coming off. It was originally like a biscotti shape, and it's just starting to disintegrate. Like, you know, when you put a biscotti in a tea too long and it starts to get holes in it, that's what's happening to Florida. They have a lake in the middle. They're like, this is a lake. Jet ski here. You can jet ski and drive sawgrass boats. Go ahead. No, it's a hole, bro. I'm sorry. Your state is sinking into the tea. It's the Gulf of Mexico is boiling you. I'm really sorry. All the billionaires with the G-Wagons, they're driving around, okay? It weighed the state down. Do you know that G-Wagons are so heavy that you can put it on a tax-exempt form? Okay? Those are so heavy, they're weighing the state down. So, I don't know. Move to Cuba. I don't know. Explore like citizenship in other countries. Sometimes I think my family wants to see me die. My family got all these cold cuts when I was in Florida. Cold cuts. Shh. And I was like, that's so bad. And I saw the tray of cold cuts and I thought to myself, oh my God, this is so many nitrates and things that are bad for you in these cold cuts. And then I thought, you know, okay, just eat the sandwiches, just make the sandwiches and make conversation. And I was a little hungry, so I ate the sandwich and I kept biting into my bologna sandwich and getting like a string. And I was just like, oh, it's stringy bologna. Like my mom gets the good stuff. She got full string bologna. Like I honestly did not think that it was anything. And it was just, I was taking big bites. And I was talking to my brother-in-law, and it was just getting stuck to the point where I was going, and I was sucking in plastic, bro. I was eating plastic. Just so much plastic. And he talked to me for an hour. And then I looked down at his plate, and he has all the plastic from his salami on the plate. Needless to say, I have not been shitting right since then. I think, you know, some people worry about microplastics. I'm at macro. I'm at macroplastics. I have a bowl of plastics, and they're just kind of like, they've all gestated and they're like almost alive. And my butt is going to become a 3D printer. I'm going to shit out any design that you want to put into me. So if you want to like give me a design like for an iPhone case, I'll shit it out. You want a disposable razor? I got you, bro. I just need an hour. I just need a mold and an hour and some privacy. I was thinking a lot about the people in Florida. And I was like, what is it? How can I describe the people in Florida? And I realized that they all behave like they are at a music festival in the middle of the summer. We just shot our gun. I have a pink Glock and I shot it at a lizard. Do you want me to get you a free public sub? I have a Glock. It doesn't even have bullets anymore. We're going to play Lana Del Rey and go harass an immigrant. We're going to say, go back to your country. And then we're going to listen to Ride, Just Ride. We love Floricella. Why are you wearing seashells on your forehead? Let me give you a friendship forehead bracelet. This is a call. Welcome in. You can't leave now. Do you have enough JetBlue points to leave? Oh my God, I hope you brought a tent. Did you bring a tent? We're in the middle of Africa, except it's sinking. This is so edgy and so extreme. I'm going to start a Tumblr. I just need some Wi-Fi. Where's the nearest Walmart? It's so humid in Florida. Like, Florida is uninhabitable. Do you ever think about that? Uninhabitable. You know that word? Sound it out. Uninhabitable. Okay? You can't live there. You cannot live in that state. It is so humid in Florida that if you hold beef jerky in the air, it turns back to steak. You go, oh, New York strip. I didn't even know. I thought I was eating sawwood, but this is steak. This is the real deal. I need a refrigerator for this thing. Maybe some A1 steak sauce. You're always taking showers in Florida. I really wanted one of those hats that has like fans and mists. You ever go to like, I don't know, a bougie pub and they have those mist fans and you go, whoa, am I Beyonce? This feels amazing. You stand near the mist and you go, partition, please. And it's like blowing in your face. That's what I needed on a hat. So Shark Tank, I'm coming with my mist hat, okay? You take so many showers. You take a shower for anything. You wave hi to your neighbor. You go, oh shit, there's sweat coming out of this armpit. I need to take a shower. At one point I took a shower. I came out and my dad goes, Joe, come to the window. And he showed me a bug outside of the window. And I was like, wow. And I started to turn away and he was like, so how about those student loans? You paying them? And I was like, guess I got to go right back into the shower. Huh. Can I borrow another towel? This one's sopping wet, and I'm not even sure that it's water. It's just probably sweat. I'm just sweating the second I get out of the shower. This is osmosis. This is just, if you want to kill somebody, just hold poison in the air. You don't even have to spread it around. You don't have to even put it in an air vent. You just hold it and people breathe and they go, and they die. I went down to the Florida Keys, and I noticed that a lot of restaurants in the Florida Keys are very vagina-oriented. They have very vagina-oriented names. Like you would see like Yahoo Pub and Grill or Wahoo Bar and Sandwiches. I was waiting for my family to be like, Joe, we have a reservation at Island Vagina Sandwiches. And I'll be like, finally, we can just take this off my to-do list. I can finally try it and just let people know that I do not like it. Okay? I just need a vomit bucket next to my table. I went down to the Florida Keys. I fell off a jet ski, which is a cool activity. If you ever want to find out how out of shape you are, fall off a jet ski. Fall off. I was in the water and I couldn't stop laughing. And when you can't stop laughing, you can't think. Your brain is going, this is so funny. And then your brain is also going, shut the fuck up right now. We have to get up. Bro, pull it together. And the other side of your brain is like, keep laughing. This is how you die. And I was just in the water, just like a Yorkie at the deep end of a swimming pool. I was literally like releasing noises because I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, it was terrible. My family saw me struggling and then they threw me a paddleboard. And if you don't know what a paddleboard is, it's basically a slippery ironing board with no stability. They go, here's this, the opposite of a lifesaver. Joe, take the slippery ironing board. It has the slip factor of an AirPod case. You ever notice that Apple products are so slippery? I feel like the way that you sell an Apple product, you have to bring it to Tim Cook and he goes like this. He goes, hand it to me. And you put it in his hand. And if it doesn't just immediately slide out, he goes, not slippery enough. You see this? You see this? It's still in my hand. I need you to rework the slip factor on these things that go in your ear because they should not be staying in my hand. Son, how do you expect us to move units? Did you know that open carry is illegal in Florida? Shockingly, you cannot carry your gun out in public unless you're mad. It's wild. And I remember one Christmas, my nephew got this Tinkerbell toy and it would fly up in the air. And if you pulled this ripcord, it would just go really high. And he pulled it too hard. The first time he tried it, he pulled it really hard. And the Tinkerbell flew right over the fence. And I was just waiting to hear the gunshots. Like, I was waiting for someone to go, stand your ground. Shoot the Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell's like, I was just going to 7-Eleven for Skittles and Arizona iced tea. You broke my wing. Magic isn't for you. You're a dirty boy. Or whatever Tinkerbell says. I have no idea. Guns are a pain in the ass. You ever get like mentally taxed because guns? I'll be doing things. I'll be like, washing dishes or like trying to remember my iCloud password. And then I'll be like, oh shit, guns exist. You ever have that? You'll be like dusting things and taking books off shelves and just finding clumps of dust and thinking about how you should probably remove the whole shelf and find the dust in the nooks and crannies. And then you go, wait a minute, guns exist. Like I could die. And he was like, there's a machine that just, if a stranger doesn't like me, he just, and then I die. And maybe it's a good thing because you just kind of go, oh yeah, I should probably not worry about the dust because guns exist. You ever feel that? Shower thoughts. I'm noticing that food is the source of all my brain activity because I went for a walk and I saw a leaf, an orange leaf fall from a tree. And it's a leaf. It came from a tree and my brain goes, Terra sweet potato chip. Just instantly, Terra sweet potato chip. Oh, I gotta go to Vons. I gotta get my sweet potato chips. They're crunchy. They're healthy. They're not quite a potato chip, but it does something to my tongue. It gets me by. It buys me time till my next French fry, till my next actual fat experience. I don't know what that is. I'm so obsessed with food. Like, I feel like they're going to do a brain scan on me and they'll be like, sir, we need to talk to you. We found white matter, gray matter, and we also found queso in there. Just a touch of queso. It's yellow on the scan. And the x-ray actually doesn't produce colors, but yours shows queso. It's just, Mary, do you mind zooming in? Zoom in and enhance. What is that? Oh, sir, you have cotija cheese in your brain. That's interesting. Oh, Mary, if you don't mind, I'm a little worried here. Like, what if we just zoom out and we see the whole body? Just show us the whole body scan. Yes. Okay. Oh, wow, sir. Yeah, see, my suspicions were right. Yep. Your whole body is a peanut butter filled pretzel. Yep. I knew it. And you're like, I knew I was a peanut butter filled pretzel. I've been talking weird. I have a hole at the end of my pretzel. I don't even like myself. I know that I'm not satisfying, but I'm a snack that gets you by. How do I treat this? And she's like, there is no treatment. And then she breaks a fork and a knife. And she goes, we're going to go ahead and just like ask you to relax now. And just think about nice things. I can put on a radio show. You want me to put it on a radio show? And you're like, what are you talking about? And she takes a fork and she stabs it into you. And she goes, what's your insurance? Tell me about your insurance. And you go, are you cutting me? And she goes, no. It's just a slight suture. And she gets all the way down and she goes like this. She makes eye contact and she goes, and she's eating you. Oh my God. I gotta run, but I can't because I don't have legs. How did I even get here? And you realize you're at a Costco. And the thing that was eating you was a termite. It's not even a doctor. It's a termite. in a lab coat. You go, oh my God, there's termites in this peanut butter jar? This peanut butter filled pretzel jar? Oh my God, I knew that peanut butter filled pretzels were wood. And then you go, ah, and you look around and there's a bunch of termites and they go, and they're eating you. That's my Netflix pitch. I was reading this article on NPR that people are going to less fast food restaurants because they are worried about inflation. And so they're going to grocery stores and spending $150 on vegetables that they'll never eat. But the article was trying to point out that, like, this is due to inflation and it's bad. And I just have to say, like, this is not my experience. I will not go to the grocery store almost at all. I mean, I went to the grocery store in the middle of the pandemic and I got Raisin Bran. Okay. And it's still in my cabinet, but it was like 7 raisins in there. So am I paying like $2 a raisin, $3 a raisin? What are these gold raisins? What is going on? What's going on with my Raisin Bran, Bran? What if you start calling people Bran? Hey, what's up, Bran? And he goes, nothing much. Oh, are we meeting Meal later? And you go, man, you have a crush on Meal. And he goes, what can I say? I gotta have a crush on Meal. We were just 2 peas in a pod. You go P, and then P shows up. To combat the people coming less to the fast food restaurants, the fast food restaurants are offering combos. And I just think that McDonald's should give you some life insurance. Buy 3 Big Macs, get life insurance. So maybe they can do like 50 Chicken McNuggets now come with a month of Hulu. You can watch How to Die Alone surrounded by hot chicken plastic. It may not be chicken, but at least it's hot. Come into McDonald's. I love how this is their version of the sirens. Like, you know, the sirens are those women that are on the edge of a rock in the middle of the ocean. They're like, come to us, come. This is McDonald's doing this. And it's just crazy how little it takes for me to go, oh yes, I'll come. I'll turn into oncoming traffic to get to the free combo, the Big Mac bundle. McDonald's has something called a Big Mac bundle. Have you had this? I mean, I'm telling you right now, McDonald's doesn't give a fuck about you. They don't give a flying fuck. I got a Big Mac bundle with my friend because we were depressed. This thing came in a big ass bag. I have never seen McDonald's ever produce this kind of a bag. We literally had to go park. She starts pulling out these bags and it's looking like a Bloomingdale's big bag. Not even a small bag, a Bloomingdale's big bag, a bag with handles. Have you ever seen that at McDonald's? She goes, I'm sorry, this doesn't fit through the window. Do you mind go parking in space 1? And we went and parked in space 1. We didn't take it as a warning. We should have gotten the hell out of there. I'm going to fall off another jet ski and die because I had a Big Mac bundle. Crazy. I read in The Guardian that they did a test of some dark chocolates, as you do when you're bored. And they are having some lead and heavy metals in them, not Black Sabbath or Iron Maiden. Heavy metals like lead and cadmium. And I'm just worried for my mom because my mom loves dark chocolate. And I'm worried about her going through TSA because I feel like they're going to scan her purse. They're going to be like, ma'am, we're seeing some lead in your purse. Go into that room. Go into that room we call TSA detention. She's like, what? What's going on? I'll put my hands up. And they're like, ma'am, no one's trying to arrest. She's like, what? What's going on? I'm a card-carrying Costco member. I am a citizen of America. And they're like, ma'am, just go sit and wait. And they'll be like, okay, ma'am, we checked your bag. We thought you had some lead inside your purse. It turned out to be chocolate. She'll be like, oh my God, my dark chocolate. I'm so sorry, but I do support TSA. Can I help you guys? you guys can have a piece of the dark chocolate. And they'll be like, no, ma'am, we read The Guardian. We know what's going on with the dark chocolate. They're like, do you have a Werther's Original? And she's like, I have 12,000. She's like, I actually upgraded to a tote bag so I could fix 18 bags of Werther Originals. And they're like, yay. And then all the security guards will take off their shirts and my mom will just throw Werther's at them. And they'll be like, I read in Vogue that you can get an entire MRI of your whole body for $1,000. And I just feel like I'm going to do that and then find out that like I have some tumor that it's going to cost $500,000. And I just won't be able to afford it. And I'll be like, cool, thanks for the scan. Do I get printouts with the $1,000? I'll put the pictures on my fridge. I don't know. What do I do with this? What do I do with this information that I cannot use? You know? I think this article is because Kim Kardashian did this. The company is called Pronuvo, and she did like this post on Instagram that was like, not an ad. Like, this is just science. And, you know, like I needed to get checked. And it's just like, I don't know what Kim Kardashian was worried about finding. Did she think that she was going to find like that her butt wasn't heavy enough? She'd be like, they ripped me off. Like, I'm so used to being ripped off. I even bring a scale to Outback Steakhouse so that I can know if the steak is actually 6 ounces. She goes, I didn't get my degree from LegalZoom for no reason. It wasn't cheap. Okay? We're scanning my whole body. I need to know how much my butt weighs. I always had this idea for a drive-through MRI machine. You know, why is this not being explored? Where are my tax dollars going? Not to a drive-through MRI machine. Like, think about how amazing it is. And I pitched this to somebody, and it's so interesting how the naysayers come out. This person was just like, oh, well, that's ludicrous because have you ever thought the whole car is metal? And I'm like, yeah, but have you ever thought of a sunroof? If you want to scan your arm, just drive through with your arm out the sunroof. Simple. I'm starting an Indiegogo. Shark Tank, I'm coming. Whoopsh. All right, that's today's episode. If you'd like to watch videos of today's conversation, be sure to go to our YouTube Talk Show Podcast, handle Talk Show Joe Evie. You can also watch clips on my Instagram, Joe Rodriguez Comedy 1. Make sure to smash the 5-star rating button on your Apple Podcasts app or wherever you're listening. We'd appreciate the reviews. We'll see you next week.